when the moon is high and the ill winds blow and the banshees cry and the moonlight casts an unearthly glow. Arise, my love, with tales of woe.
Good evening. Welcome to the dungeon that horror built. I am Sanitary. Oh, fall is fell, and the air is as crisp as a mightful of blood-red apple. The aroma of burning leaves permeates the air. And of course, burning leaves means someone had to rake them. Oh, I just love the gooey blisters raking leaves you manifest on your hands. They swell, they burst, allowing little trickles of blood and ooze to contaminate your flesh. The burning pain is maddening. Oh, wouldn't it be nice to have something else save you the anguish of that experience? Well, Sanitary, have the perfect solution. In one sweep, all of your trees will be torn out by the roots and swept away. And the remaining leaves in the ground will be squashed into the soil, never to often grow again. And you need not fear for your life from this horrendous beast. Unless, of course, King Kong escapes.
Before you call a plumber to fix that leaking pipe, before you spend a fortune to repair your roof, before you call in a contractor to repair your cracked basement wall, get Leak Sealer, a super effective all-purpose sealant that's perfect for all your repair jobs, indoors and out. Leak Sealer is always ready to use. Simply shake, point, and spray, and instantly you have a bonded seal. Watch, we'll spray this ordinary window screen with Leak Sealer and put this candle behind it. And look, even when we turn the water on full force and spray the screen, the candle stays lit. The screen is completely sealed watertight. Once applied, Leak Sealer will not crack, peel, or become brittle. And because you can paint right over Leak Sealer, you won't even see the repair. Leak Sealer is weather resistant too, so it lasts and lasts. Leak Sealer works on steel, copper, aluminum, making it ideal for gutters and drains, roofing and shingles. It's ideal for mobile homes. You'll find Leak Sealer is worth its weight in gold for countless plumbing, heating, and air conditioning jobs. So before you spend your time and money, put an end to household leaks for a fraction of what professionals would charge with Leak Sealer. Leak Sealer is guaranteed. If you don't agree, it's the easiest, quickest, and cleanest way to seal cracks and leaks. Simply return it to place of purchase for a full refund.
Household Leak Sealer is now available at Hooks, G.C. Murphy's, People's Drug, Osco Drug, Ace, and True Value.
Legged friend. Hey, partner, you want to buy? So I take it you don't want a burger.
So bored with burgers you could scream. Taco Bell has the cure. The new Double Beef Burrito Supreme. The great taste of our original Burrito Supreme, but twice as much beef for a bigger, beefier taste. Born out of your skull? Try our new Double Beef Burrito Supreme. Only at Taco Bell, the cure for the common meal.
Don't go away. The fun's just beginning.
Intermission, the show that asks, how much do you really know about the silver screen? This intermission brought to you by Lubriderm. Although Bill Murray is better known for Saturday Night Live and his hilarious films, where did he get his start? On our 10-point scale, this question has a difficulty rating of 8. with John Belushi and Gilda Radner, Bill Murray launched his blazing comic career with the Second City improvisational troupe.
The used car business is a little slow, huh?
I know.
Crossroads Lincoln Mercury Jeep Renault is doing really well.
I know.
Crossroads is offering top dollar on all trade-ins with a great selection of used cars at terrific prices.
I know.
Well, what do you have?
Well, I got this great little number.
I know. Crossroads Lincoln Mercury Jeep Renault, US 31 South, just north of I-465.
Get ready, Indianapolis. MISL Soccer is heading your way. AT&T presents the San Diego Sockers versus the Chicago Sting as they battle it out on the green. Monday, October 27th, 7:30 p.m. in Market Square Arena. Don't miss the first major indoor soccer game in Indianapolis, featuring current MISL champion, the San Diego Sockers, against two-time Soccer Bowl champs, the Chicago Sting. Get tickets today at the Arena box office or any Ticketmaster outlet. MISL Soccer, one habit you won't want to kick. Mini Micro Satellite has done it again. A complete satellite system for only $395. Due to their tremendous buying power, you can receive for only $395 an antenna, LNA polarizer, and a Uniden receiver. Uniden offers the most advanced satellite technology on the market today, like digital readout, automatic tuning, and more. Right now, the complete system for only $395. Call today at 787-3336 or stop by our showroom at 4374 Madison Avenue.
Within the next 24 hours, this could be yours. A Rent-A-Center home entertainment system. TV, VCR, stereo, dual cassette deck, remote control. Only $19.95 a week, rent to own. And if you're not happy, you get back your first week's rent. Now that's a great deal. Once again, this could be yours. Only $19.95 a week. They're going fast. Call now. Rent-A-Center. Count on us for a great deal.
This weekend only, get to Blakely's first-time ever carpet warehouse sale. Save at least 50% on hundreds and hundreds of famous mill residential and commercial carpets. All colors, all styles, every roll and roll-in must go. Blakely's is Indiana's largest residential and commercial carpet resource. And for one weekend only, our warehouse is bursting with savings. Look for our ad in today's paper for more details. Blakely's carpet warehouse sale is so huge, we're holding it in a special larger warehouse at 9056 North Hague Road to accommodate all the carpet savings. That's this weekend only and only at Blakely's.
We're back, and the fright has only begun. My friends and I will return right after this.
Introducing the fullest, thickest, fluffiest softness of any fabric softener. Introducing new Downy. The most softness, the fluffiest softness ever.
Our things are plenty soft.
But there's never been softness this fluffy. So fluffy you can actually see the difference. Downy towels fluff higher. New Downy softens best.
Fluffy.
New Downy, bursting with the fullest, thickest, fluffiest softness ever.
Much softer.
Smells good.
Only Downy's April Fresh, and now bursting with the fluffiest softness ever. New, brand new Downy. The softest, the fluffiest softness of any fabric softener ever.
See the best pizza deal ever. The new Pantera's Price Buster Pizza. Buy one, get one free. That's 2 pizzas, $9.95. Now at Pantera's.
Oh, Lord George, I'm having a horrible time at all of my Halloween birthday celebrations. Last weekend at the Martinsville Fall Festival Parade and my ghastly horror show at Spencer. Oh, what do I do in my dramatic horror show? I terrify the audience. Oh, wow. Well, George, like this.
A blogger is facing charges that he harassed and intimidated witnesses who were interviewed about the death of a Boston police officer during a snowstorm. WBZ's Christina Hager's live in Stoughton tonight. Christina, prosecutors say that harassment included sending messages to witnesses.
And Lisa, in court here, he wore a sweatshirt that said "Free Karen Reed." In the end, the judge allowed him to leave the courthouse without having to post any bail. And when he did, there was applause. The man behind the online blog known as TurtleBoy, Aiden Kearney, outside the Stoughton courthouse, where he had faced a judge moments earlier, arraigned on 9 charges of intimidating witnesses in a different case, the Dedham murder trial of Karen Reed. This latest twist had him shouting.
And I will not be intimidated. I will not be silenced. And we will continue on our journey for justice for John O'Keefe and for Karen Reed.
While inside, a prosecutor detailed the accusations laid out in hundreds of pages of court documents, reading excerpts from Kearney's blog directed to witnesses.
You guys should just stop going in public, going out in public. It's only going to get worse from here. I know where you all were today.
Kearney has amassed a large online following by backing up Karen Reed's legal defense claims that she was framed in the murder of her boyfriend, Boston police officer John O'Keefe. She's accused of backing her vehicle into him in January of 2022 outside the Canton home of another police officer. Kearney has staged rallies at her hearings, calling it a cover-up. But prosecutors say he went further, publicizing witnesses' private information, showing up at their homes, calling a state police trooper's wife, and saying this.
And what's your scumbag husband up to now? Are you going to visit him in prison?
I will not be silenced, and I will be steadfast in keeping on with this mission to expose the real killers of John O'Keefe.
This guy is unfucking believable.
Having a civilian police dispatcher in Avon run some of those witnesses' license plates for him. That dispatcher has been placed on paid leave, and Kearney has been ordered to stay away from the witnesses involved. Live in Stoughton, Christina Hager, WBZ News.
Christina, thank you.
Welcome, everyone. Oh, my goodness. I hope everybody's doing all right today. Hope everybody's having a wonderful week. It's almost over. Weekend's almost here, you 9-to-5ers, Monday through Fridayers. Oh, my goodness. Oh, let me, I got set my stuff back up here. And, okay. Perfect. Okay. What's up, guys? Cherry's in the house. Everybody give it up for Cherry. Cherry is the greatest mod of all time. Oh, man. So, listen. We still got a lot to go over here, folks. We still got a lot to go over. Cherry hates it when I put her on the spot like that. We got plenty to go over. This is starting to get fun, if I'm being honest, because it's just too easy. I got to be honest, people. It's too easy. It's too easy to shoot down the stupidity that Pass the Gravy Morrissey thinks is a case against TurtleBoy. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. I don't know what this guy thinks he's going to do. And TurtleBoy's been maybe not so much on his channel. I mean, he was pretty loud on his channel the other day, but he's and let me tell you something. Well, I mean, he's been loud. He's been loud on other people's channels. He was on 2 live streams yesterday, speaking up, not being quiet, and which is the opposite effect of what Pass the Gravy had in mind here. So I think it's interesting that the very same police that he is calling out happen to be there to show up. Because I mean, that's not personal or anything, you know. Let's make no mistake here. That can't be personal when the very same bullshit, corrupt cops, or at least negligent cops, show up to Turtle Boy's bus stop, raid his house, Turtle Boy's kids' bus stop, arrest him in front of his kids, and raid his house. You know, the very same cops are there for that. I mean, that doesn't scream personal at all. No, but okay. But conveniently, nobody that he named in the, you know, Proctor wasn't there. But I find that to be pretty convenient. And yes, I remember hearing him say that. Cherry, if possible, if you can find me those motions that were filed today. I know that he has a new attorney. I know that Turtle Boy has retained services, and he has a new attorney. And as far as I know, he mentioned that there were going to be some motions filed today. I'd like to know what those motions are, and I would like to go over those motions if possible. But yes, people, Turtle Boy now has an attorney. Now, yeah, you all don't make Cherry mad in chat, y'all. Cherry will get you. She'll get you. Oh, my coffee's ready. You guys are just gonna have to hold on a second, because I'm not even there yet. You know what I mean? I'm not even there yet. Okay. I don't know who he retained, but I'm looking forward to finding out. But it's not like I, have, lawyer baseball cards, and as soon as I see him, I'm gonna go, "Oh, I know that guy." I don't know, but I'd love to know who this person is and find out a little history on what kind of stuff they've covered, and Yeah, hell yeah, I got my coffee pot right here, Bookworm. You better believe that shit. You better believe that shit. So yeah, we are going to continue to go over the so-called statement of facts, as it's labeled in the file that I have here. And we're going to go over some of the videos that he's saying here. Now, as you can see, if you guys want to support, all the links right there are scrolling across the screen, and Cherry is sharing them. Those are for people who don't want to see Cuck Church do the super chat dance. Easy fix. So if you don't want to see the super chat dance, that's just, but you still want to show support, you can always go to one of those links that are scrolling across the bottom of the screen there. So let's move forward. Let's move forward here. Let's see what this thing says here. So since April 2023, Carney, I'm realizing that because I heard Turtle Boy say his own last name, and I think it's pronounced Carney. So I'm correcting that. I've been saying it Kearney this whole time because that's the way it's spelled, but it's pronounced Carney, I believe, just based on hearing him say it. So Since April 2023, Carney traveled to Canton on several occasions. On one occasion, Carney went to D&E Pizza. Oh my goodness. She wants it. Brian wants it. He wants it. Sorry. Oh my goodness. It's Brian's fault, y'all. It's Brian's fault.
I think we got a super chat. Super fan. I think we got a super chat. Super fan. Super chat. Super fan. I think we got a super chat. I think we got a super chat.
Thank you, Brian Fitzgerald. You got it, buddy. You got it. All right. So, on one occasion, Carney went to the D&E Pizza, 618 Washington Street, Canton, which is owned by Chris Albert. Chris Albert and his wife, Juliana Albert. Chris Albert, also known, a.k.a. Chicken Palm Charlie, where with John O'Keefe and Karen Reed prior to the homicide, who were with John O'Keefe and Karen Reed prior to the homicide. Chris has been interviewed by investigators during the visit to D&E Pizza. Carney, almost did it again. Carney confronted Chris. Carney later stated on a video posted on YouTube for his followers to confront Chris Albert, order food from D&E Pizza with the intent of not paying for the food and harass. Chris Albert stated he has had a vast increase in the number of telephone orders not picked up or paid for since Carney made those statements on the YouTube video. Carney has made additional trips to D&E Pizza where he held signs and confronted people in and around the restaurant. Pull it together, Will. All right. In July 2023, Carney posted a blog on his website regarding Chris Albert. The blog contains a video where Chris was confronted by a follower of Carney outside a Canton restaurant, also referenced above in video. Episode 598, Breaking, Karen Reed, defense files motion to recuse. In the blog post, Carney writes, "Let's keep this up. I was so proud to see Turtle Riders unafraid confronting evil like this in the flesh. The fact that he's still going to places like the waterfall is because he feels comfortable doing so. But murderers and those who cover for them do not deserve to live a comfortable life while Karen Reed suffers and fights for justice for John O'Keefe." Okay. And let's see. Where did he say that? Okay, hold on. I don't see where there's a timestamp for that, though. Could have sworn I had that pulled up. I know in this episode here, yeah, okay. I see there's no timestamp for that, which is really annoying because this is 2.5 hours long. So I don't see where that is. So I'm not going to be able to find it and make the comparison, folks. Not on this one. This is a lazy probable cause affidavit right here, dude. So I mean, you need to have a timestamp on that, Gravy. You need to have a timestamp on that. But what I will do is I will go to the next one that's referenced. And this would be episode 590. And this is where he confronts where he calls Julie Albert's Chris Albert's wife, Chicken Palm Charlie's wife, and leaves a voicemail. And that would be at the 35-minute mark, right? Okay. So on June 13th, 2023, Carney broadcasted a live YouTube video, which is currently posted on his YouTube page. During the broadcast, Carney displayed call detail records of Jennifer McCabe from the day O'Keefe was killed, which included phone numbers and names associated with the phone number. These records had previously been attached to a defense motion filed in Commonwealth versus Reed, which makes it public record. Carney called Juliana Albert, Chicken Pop Charlie's wife, and left a voicemail message. Juliana stated a person claiming to be Carney called from blah, 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 and Carney left this voicemail. Hold on.
Hi, Julie. This is award-winning journalist Aiden Carney calling from TurtleBoy Daily News. Just calling to ask you a few questions. That's all. At the board selectmen meeting a few weeks ago, you looked great. Extremely happy and front row and extremely comfortable that you wanted to be there. So I just want to ask you just a couple of questions. I'm reading a police report right now from February 10th, 2022, which Michael Proctor says he interviewed you and introduced himself for the first time, which confuses me a little bit because it seems like that your family has known him for quite some time. I was wondering how your son Colin, who was at 34 Fairview Road the night that John O'Keefe was murdered, ended up in a wedding party with Trooper Proctor and Trooper Proctor's sister before he was actually a trooper. And I wanted to know, who did you guys meet? And did you guys just forget about each other over time, that you had to be reintroduced again? But what I'd really like to know is if you were in the Canton High School class of 1994. How the hell did Jen McCabe win Best Looking when they were using Dominion voting machines? How did that happen? And how does this hurt your self-esteem to know that you were in the same graduating class as Jennifer McCabe and she got Best Looking? How do you cope with that? Do you need therapy? That has to hurt your feelings, girl, right? Because that would just devastate me if I lost a horse face. So give me a call back when you got this, and we'll talk soon. Bye.
All right. So let's hear how he really said it.
I know they're watching right now. They're probably text. Don't pick up. Don't pick up. Oh, it's provolone. Duh.
Please leave your message for 78158955374.
Hi, Julie. This is award-winning journalist Aiden Carney calling from TurtleBoy Daily News. Just calling to ask you a few questions. I saw you at the Board of Selectmen meeting a few weeks ago. You looked great and extremely happy in the front row and extremely comfortable, like you wanted to be there. So just wanted to ask you a couple questions. I'm reading a police report right now from February 10th, 2022, in which Michael Proctor says he interviewed you and introduced himself for the first time, which confuses me a little bit because it seems like your family has known him for quite some time. I was wondering how your son Colin, who was at 34 Fairview Road the night that John O'Keefe was murdered, ended up in a wedding party with Trooper Proctor and Trooper Proctor's sister before he was actually a trooper. And I wanted to know, how did you guys meet? And did you guys just forget about each other over time that you had to be reintroduced again? But what I'd really like to know is if you were in the Canton High School class of 1994,
How the hell did Jen McCabe win best looking? Were they using Dominion voting machines? How does that happen? And how does that hurt your self-esteem to know that you were in the same graduating class as Jennifer McCabe and she got best looking? Like, how do you cope with that? Do you need therapy? That has to hurt your feelings, right? Because that would just devastate me if I lost a horse face. So give me a call back when you get this and we'll talk soon. Bye. Okay.
Okay, so all right. I've heard Barbara Walters ask worse questions than that. I've heard any TMZ journalist ask worse questions than that. Are we going to slap handcuffs and raid the houses of TMZ reporters now? Is that what we're going to do? I mean, I don't understand. Like, and he didn't even insult her. He insulted Jen McCabe. Called Jen McCabe a horseface. I mean, he is within his rights to express his opinion that Jen McCabe her face resembles that of a horse. Right? I mean, I would think so. I mean, that's a matter of opinion. You're allowed to speak your opinions, yes or no. I mean, Fox and CNN do it all the time. They've always got people up there expressing their opinions on Trump and on Biden. And I mean, you could say these things about presidents, elected officials. You can talk this way. You can't talk this way about a witness in a crime who is filing motions to not testify, even though she's a key witness. Yeah. Again, don't see a crime. So then it says Chris Albert stated he received a phone call from a number on June 19th, 2023. I'm going to stop reading the phone numbers just so you know. Chicken Pop Charlie did not answer the call. The following voicemail was left. Okay. Now I don't have the timestamp or when he did this on a live stream. Because I don't think, let's see. Yeah, it doesn't have it doesn't have a timestamp or even a live stream where he says this. So I'll just read it regular. Sorry, no performance here, but we'll determine whether this is threatening or not between us here. Yes, Chicken Palm Charlie. This is award-winning journalist Aiden Carney calling you back. You messaged me on the night of April 17th when I first wrote the story about your son being involved in the death of John O'Keefe. You said it was unfortunate that I was going to write about that. I have not heard back from you yet, so I'm still following up on that. I'd also like to know about a report that I'm reading right now in which Trooper Proctor claims that he was formally introduced to you on February 10th, 2022. I'm a little confused by that because we have pictures of your family with Trooper Proctor dating back as far as I believe 2011, if not further. So did you guys both have amnesia that day or that you needed to be formally introduced? Did you often need to be introduced to the people that you have known for a long time? Did you live perpetually in Groundhog Day? Oh man. I know this was right around Groundhog Day when this happened. So maybe it just kept replaying and you got to do it all over again the next day. I don't know. I'd like to learn more about this. So if you get back to me, that'd be great. And also I'll take 2 blackened chicken palms, extra mozzarella, and we'll see you soon. All right. Blackened chicken palm sounds good as fuck right now too. Yeah. So right there again, I'm hearing questions, not only perfectly valid questions, not only just questions that are, perfectly fine, perfectly valid. But I didn't hear any harassment. I heard a little trolling, I mean, like, it wasn't like he was actually ordering a chicken parm. That was the closest thing that you could consider to be harassment in that little voicemail, is him saying that he was going to, that he wanted chicken, an order of blackened chicken parm. But I'm not seeing, I mean, he knows better than to call and leave a voicemail to place an order. So, he's not actually going to make the chicken parm and be like, oh shit, Turtle Boy's not coming to pick this up. Fuck, another bad order. I mean, that's not happening. That's not a thing. So, I mean, perfectly valid questions. They pertain to the case. He's trying to get to the bottom of whether or not these people are personally connected to the Proctors. I mean, and if they are, then it's clearly a conflict of interest. So again, I'm not seeing how that's harassment. I'm not seeing how that's in any way, shape, or form intimidation. Like, the last thing I got out of that was intimidating. I mean, if you felt intimidated by that, that tells me that you have something to hide. The only reason you would be intimidated by that is if you felt pressure and you had something to hide. Other than that, that's just a reporter wanting to get to the bottom of whether or not you have a personal relationship with the lead investigator on the murder, on the lead investigator of a case that is the murder of a police officer. So I'm not seeing it. Just not seeing it. Like, yeah, I mean, there's no intimidation there. All right, so it goes on to say on October 2nd, 2023, Carney posted a video on YouTube, episode 618. Let's look that up real quick. $618, right? It's actually kind of recent. Yeah, it's right here. And the timestamp on that is let's see. $6-hour, 10-minute. Jesus, that's a long live stream. Jesus Christ. How could it be 6 hours and 10 minutes? Okay, am I looking at the wrong one here? That can't be right. That can't be right. Episode 618. Maybe it's the 6-minute, 10-second mark. Man, are you dumb?
Actually really exciting. For soccer, it was exciting. So that was fun. And just to, your kids play soccer, you get to see them. When my kids play soccer, right?
Especially. All right, let's see what it says though. He says, you don't have the right to live peacefully, dude. It's not a thing. Referring to Chicken Palm Charlie. So,
especially my daughter's team, they're on like a travel team, and they're pretty good. Some of these kids are pretty good, but everybody goes after the ball. It's like a freaking circle jerk every time they go near the ball, and it's like actually seeing soccer players on the field. It's like, see how they're like spreading out, and like one person goes over here, and like the ball might go over there, and then they're right.
Yeah, there's nothing like that right here. So look, you can see for yourself. Right here, Karen Reed case, episode 618. Am I reading that wrong? Episode 618, right here. And you can see right here, it's 2 hours and 26 minutes long, not 6 hours. So I don't know what the fuck Pass the Gravy is doing here. It makes no sense. Makes absolutely no sense. Yeah. Maybe I could find it for where he reads the affidavit. Is that what he's reading here?
Videos. I believe the police have kept copies of said videos. So that I believe, you believe, huh? You believe. Why did that meme to Kevin Reddington?
Yeah, this is an affidavit. Okay, so maybe it's somewhere here.
I just got to show you this real quick. You got to see that. Oh, I'm like, who is that on the picture? There's going to be some good memes for this one. I can already tell. You guys got to see this one. This is too good. All right, check it out. I'm like, who is that? Who is that? It's an OnlyFans. It looks like. So
I got to be honest with you guys. I am notorious for not having my shit together, but I'm telling you, unequivocally, this is not. There's no 6 hour, 10 second, 6 hour, 10 minute timestamp here. There's no 6 hour, 10 minute timestamp here. This is only 2.5 hours long. So there's nowhere. I mean, this looks like he was reading from an affidavit right here, but I mean, maybe, I don't know. I'm just going through this live stream to try to guess where this is where he's talking about. Because I mean, you got to understand, folks, you can't afford to get these things wrong if you're trying to prove a case against them. And all this is more evidence that they have no intention of proving a case against him. This was just all about getting his tech. This is more evidence that this was just all about getting TurtleBoy's tech to find out who his sources are. This is just more proof of that. So I mean, like, you're going to walk into court, like this is going to go to trial, and you're going to walk into court with this and that timestamp being completely wrong, and a non-existent timestamp, as a matter of fact, and that's what you're going to present to a jury? Really? Huh.
Like, so Chris Albert's looking at the OnlyFans. Who is that? It's Allie McCabe. What are you? She's too young for you, Chris. I know she's 19, but shame on you, Chris. That's your son's alibi. A fake one, but still. She's trying to keep him out of jail. Don't look at her OnlyFans, Chris. Disgusting. Disgusting, you pervert. Turtle Riders are crazy. You people are the best, man. You guys have dirty minds. Chris, shame on you. Focus. Focus on your job, Chris. Don't do that again. Jennifer's not going to like that. It's her daughter. That's Matt McCabe's little girl. Stop that. All right, back to this. So this guy doesn't understand right away that this is supposed to be what you're saying. If what I said about you is untrue, it's libel. So you should sue me for libel, not try to get an order against me. Again, harassment prevention orders are for, domestic violence victims and people who are like in fear for their life.
Right.
By psychopaths like, Victoria Haskins and Ashley St. Angelo, people like that. Like, I get orders on them because they do psychotic things and they like threaten and send the cops to your house and do fake wellness checks and shit like that. Okay. So let me go on. He goes on to say, it made personal attacks on the civilian witnesses, nothing to do with you, including myself. What were you a witness to, Chris? And I've made personal attacks. I can personally attack you all I want, whatever that means. Members of the victim's family. Okay, you're hiding. People love to hide behind the O'Keefes. Dude, your family killed John O'Keefe. Stop it. and made statements regarding witnesses, including myself. Oh, no, not
Now-
statements.
This is why I'd love to have a lawyer up here, because what I'm getting out of this, I mean, if I had to guess, if I had to make an uneducated guess, because I'm not educated in the law, but if I had to guess, the fact that Chris Albert tried to get a protection order against TurtleBoy and it was denied, wouldn't that be sufficient evidence to dismiss Chris Albert's claims of intimidation and harassment? Yeah, no, I'd love to get Jess up here, Laura Lee. Jess, there was another creator who I was in contact with last week. We settled on today to do something, and I messaged him yesterday. He never responded. He actually went live today. I'm not going to name his name because I don't want to throw shade at anybody, but I guess it wasn't very important to him. I don't know. But I did reach out and I made the effort to get him up here today, but it's just not happening. Looks like. So now, but wouldn't I would love to get a lawyer's perspective on whether or not that the fact that his protection order was denied very publicly, as a matter of fact, and then he goes and files charges for intimidation. So I mean, I don't. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me that would even stick. I feel like the protection order being denied would be sufficient evidence to convince a jury that these charges are bullshit.
Below are a small selection of verbal statements made by Carney in these videos that have been published to followers and are publicly available for viewing without being a subscriber or below. So he actually sits down there and like transcribes my videos, which is awesome. It's just great that this is how he spent his Wednesday. Instead of making mediocre chicken parm, he's transcribing my videos. I believe the police have kept copies of said videos. So that I believe, you believe, huh? You believe. Why do you believe that, Chris? Showing your hand a little bit there? Your brother Kevin there? You keeping all my YouTube videos on file just in case I delete them? I'm not. I'm proud of everything I say.
That's actually an excellent point, because that's a point I haven't made yet, and Cherry is making a fantastic point. What's up, Panda? I didn't even see you come down here. Cherry's making a fantastic point, because I feel like them filing these bogus charges, TurtleBoy being indicted for these, or charged with these bogus charges, I feel like that would help Karen Reed's case. I didn't even think of it on that level, because they're claiming that they're not witnesses to anything. They don't want to testify. They don't want to be, but here they are claiming harassment, and they're being harassed as witnesses. I mean, so either you're witnesses or you're not. What a catch-22 for them. That's interesting. That's a hell of a catch-22. Because think about that for a second. So let me get this straight. I mean, you're going to have to pick one. Either you're witnesses and you're going to have to testify, or you're witnesses and you're going to have to testify, and you're victims as witnesses, which means you're going to have to testify because you're admitting that you're witnesses, or you're not witnesses and you're just going to have to drop the charges against TurtleBoy. But you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. You've already claimed that you're witnesses and you're charging him as victims. So what are you going to do now? I mean, interesting.
I stand by everything I say, unlike you bitches. The statements prove Carney's intention of harassment and intimidation. Below is a timeline of incidents that have transpired involving Aiden Carney since June of 2023. On June 13th, I received a phone call from, I did not answer the call. The following voicemail was left. Like, tell me the bad part here. Can we get, like, I want to hear the threatening part here. Let me read this because I said this before and I'll say it again. There we go. Yes, hello, Chicken Parm Charlie. This is award-winning journalist Aiden Carney calling you back. You messaged me on the night of April 17th when I first wrote the story about your son being involved in the death of John O'Keefe. You said it was unfortunate that I was going to write about that. I have not heard back from you yet, so I'm still following up on that. I'd also like to know about a report that I'm reading right now in which Trooper Proctor claims that he was formally introduced to you on February 10th, 2022. I'm a little confused by that because we have pictures of your family with Trooper Proctor dating back as far as 2011, if not further. So did you guys both have amnesia that day that you need to be formally introduced? Do you often need to be introduced to people that you have known for a long time? Do you live perpetually in Groundhog Day? I know this was right around Groundhog Day when this happened, so maybe it just kept replaying and you guys just did it all over again the next day. I don't know. I'd like to learn more about this. So if you get back to me, that'd be great. And also, I'll take 2 blackened chicken parms, extra mozzarella, and we'll see you soon. All right? Like, imagine presenting this to a judge and be like, I'm scared because of that. Your Honor, what was scary about that, sir? Like, what are you in fear of there? He said it was Groundhog Day. He asked to speak to me. He asked to do it. He wanted to clarify something that I said to police. And then he made fun of my chicken parm. My award-winning chicken parm. He said it was mediocre. Like, what? I can't say your chicken parm sucks. Like, dude, I'm in fear. I'm in fear of my chicken parm. Okay. It's like this guy went in front of a goddamn.
I mean, okay.
Anyway, next one.
Like, one argument could be, well, he's talking shit about my product and it's affecting my business, right? Chicken Parm Charlie could say, he's talking shit about my product. It's affecting my business. Well, okay. So what are you going to do? You're going to get protection orders against everybody who leaves a review on Yelp? Are you going to file charges of harassment and intimidation against everybody who leaves you a review on Yelp? I mean, I don't get it. I don't get what this guy's thinking.
Next one. June 26th, Aiden Carney traveled to Canton to visit residences and businesses of witnesses of the homicide of John O'Keefe. Well, in Canton, Carney entered my business at D&E Pizza briefly. Carney entered the restaurant, if that's what you want to call it, a restaurant.
Wait a minute. Cherry, are you telling me that they have Yelp in England? Limeys have Yelp? Is what? Really? Because I would imagine every Yelp review would be negative because the food in England sucks, as I understand it. It's fucking terrible. Like, I figured there would just be no Yelp at all in England simply because there's probably be no such thing as a good review. Because the food in England is shit. Oh my God. Oh, she's going to be so mad at me.
The restaurant? That's what you're calling your place, Chris? A restaurant. Stop it. You do not own a restaurant. Stop calling it that. Okay. And recording the interaction on his cell phone and followed by another male holding a video camera who I threatened 2 days ago. I asked Carney to leave the restaurant and escorted him out of the restaurant.
I know.
Stop calling it a restaurant.
Every time I've seen somebody, like if I've seen like TV, like a TV show where they serve fish and chips in England, they serve it to them in fucking newspaper, bro. Like, dude, you hand me my food here in fucking newspaper, dude. I'm throwing it at you. Fucking throwing it at you. Like, what? Like, that alone would get a bad Yelp review. Like,
it's not a restaurant, Chris. You don't own a restaurant. A restaurant has like tablecloths and silverware. You have Jim Ferris and mediocre chicken parm. You don't own a restaurant. Stop calling D&E Pizza a goddamn restaurant. You have a welfare pizza shop where a bunch of other assholes who feel bad for your family buy your mediocre chicken parm out of pity. You have a pity pizza shop. You don't own a restaurant. You make blood pizza. Stop it. Stop it. Anyway.
Blood pizza.
Back to the, you have goddamn cardboard curtains, Chris. Cardboard curtains. You don't own a restaurant. Stop it. It's expensive. Stop it. Anyway, back to this. And followed by another male holding a camera. I asked him to leave, and okay, as a result of Carney's interaction, the Canton police responded and interviewed Carney. No. As a result of you being a bitch and calling your brother Kevin, the police responded, and it was a really awkward interaction I had with them that lasted all of 2 minutes. And I said, yeah, I have no problem here. I don't know why you called. And they're like, yeah, I don't know why we came. And that was the end of our interaction, Chris. There was no interview. It was just us kind of laughing, like them being embarrassed on your behalf and me making you look like a fool. That's what happened that day, sir. All right. Next. Okay. Then he transcribes the next episode. Examples of Aiden Carney's blog in which he mentions me. Episode 598. This guy, Chris Albert, has his head on the swivel looking for turtle riders. I got bad news for you, Chris. I got really bad news for you. They're literally everywhere. That's me warned. Like, dude, I'm telling you, they're everywhere. What? I'm telling you. You're always being watched. You guys should just stop going out in public. It's only going to get worse from here. I know where y'all were today. You were in Agawam, weren't you? You guys were out. You forgot the part where I said I knew you were at Twin River. I got pictures of those too. You degenerate. You guys were at some sort of little league thing in Agawam. Alberts, McCabe's, all you people were there. Just know that there will be no life is normal is over. Life is normal. You had no normal. You had normal for a while there from January 29th to about April of 2023. And you guys literally got away with murder while discussing a video of myself being confronted outside of a Canton restaurant. We, Carney and his audience, are getting to them, myself and other witnesses. You say witnesses. This guy is so obviously coached by Morrissey and them to write this. Witnesses. Bitch, you're not a witness. Stop calling yourself a witness. The only thing you witnessed, Chris, is Brian Albert probably banging your wife. Like, let's be honest. That's the only thing you witnessed. You sat in the corner and your big brother made you watch that, didn't he? Didn't he?
Oh,
didn't he?
God.
Anyway, when you act this way, that's like a green light for me. Time to hit the gas. Yeah. Like I'm going to keep, again, it's like he's getting his legal advice from Troll Homeo or some shit. Like some idiot on Twitter who says something that we all laugh at, Mrs. Peacock or one of these other morons on Twitter that we all just kind of laugh at and make fun of. And Chris is like getting legal advice from them. And so is Michael Morrissey. And it's like they have no idea how any of this shit works. None. Anyway, goes on. I got a picture of you. You can't leave the fucking country. And this is, by the way, after he sexually harassed 2 women for wearing free Karen Reed shirts at the Waterfall Bar and then got in a shouting match with them and talked about and said that Karen Reed killed John, even though the select board had said, we're not talking about this. And he said this in public. You can't leave the country. Turtle Riders are going to find you. They're going to find you. You can't hide anymore. You can't. Your private life is officially over. You leave your house, you can have your picture taken. So you need to get used to the new normal, your new normal. Turtle Riders are going to take pictures of you.
Yeah, listen, people. Yeah, we don't speak limey here, okay? Like, since we beat the British, all right, since we beat the British and became an independent nation after the Revolutionary War, well over 200 years ago. Okay, all right. We speak English 2.0. Okay, that's what American is. It's English 2.0. All right. Dickhead is what you say. We don't say bellend. We don't say bellend, knobhead. We don't say that here. Okay, we've evolved from that. America is evolved, folks. All right. English 2.0, folks. That's American.
Of you, and they're going to send it to me. You're famous. We need to accelerate it. The woman who recorded video of me being confronted are doing a fantastic job of that. Like, picture presenting any of this to a judge. I already know what it sounds like. It's like, so where's the illegal part? What part of taking pictures in public is illegal, Chris? Do you not understand how freedom works? Have you ever heard of this thing called the paparazzi before? Like, what they do? That's you now. You're the new person being photographed by the Canton paparazzi.
Right.
You're somewhat famous. Good job. Imagine like Kim Kardashian saying that, like, oh, people can't take pictures of me. People can't take pictures of me.
You know, this is the first time.
Yeah, they can.
This is the first time I'm listening to this, and I made almost these exact points 2 or 3 live streams ago. Almost these exact points, almost verbatim. I made these points, and this is the first time I'm listening to it. Gregor Smith, yes, of course. That has to be acknowledged. Absolutely.
I mean, you're kind of like Kim Kardashian, except, you know, without the ass. And I mean, I'm not even going to say it. There's a lot of things you have been similar, Chris, I think, with Kim Kardashian. But anyway, let's get back to this. It goes on to say, let's see, July of 2023. Carney posted a blog on his website regarding myself. The blog contains a video where I was confronted by a follower of Carney's outside the Canton restaurant. I was confronted. In the post, Carney writes,
all right, so the king forever, okay? The king forever. You are absolutely entitled to your opinion here in the chat, but make no mistake that the rest of the chat here are entitled to their opinions. And so if you post stuff like this in my chat, okay, don't get upset that if I don't time you out or delete your comments. Don't be upset when other people here retaliate and say whatever they got to say to you for saying stupid shit in my chat. So, I mean, if you're going to say shit without thinking or without doing any research, then you're subject to any type of rebuttal from anybody in my chat. Just saying.
Let's keep this up. I was so proud to see Turtle Riders unafraid, confronting evil like this in the flesh. The fact that he's still going to places like the waterfall is because he feels comfortable doing so. But murderers and those who cover for them do not deserve to live a comfortable life while Karen Reed suffers and fights for justice for John O'Keefe. Very, very true. How are you going to present that to a judge? So I'm saying good job, ladies, for confronting evil. Where is he threatening you, sir? You have to have direct contact with the person. Where's the contact, sir? Aiden Carney on August 30th again appeared at my business at D&E Pizza. He was present outside my business for over 1 hour, in which he was harassing customers, interfering with traffic, and insulting drivers who were stopped outside my store. I did not insult a single driver. The drivers love me, dude. Especially the mailman. Chicken Bob Charlie! Chicken Bob Charlie! Chicken Bob Charlie! I love the mailman. He's the best. Oh, I hope he delivers to your house, Chris. I love that guy. Best mailman ever. So good luck with that, Chris. Aiden Carney on September 22nd came to my house.
All right. I mean, I'll let him get through this affidavit.
Out came to my home between 5:30 and 6 p.m. No, that's untrue, Chris. I came to your home at like 4. We went to 22 Maple Street, apartment L, I believe it is. We took a picture of your garage. We did look inside the garage. Me and Richie did. I couldn't see. He's 6'2", so he could see inside there to see if there was a Ford Edge in there. We did do that, and that's legal. We can go and look in the window and see if there's a Ford Edge in there. That's allowed. We did that.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how you know we did that.
Let me explain something to you about this this Dolly dude. Okay. We're talking about a guy who got arrested for heckling, not protesting, according to the local news, heckling, and it was for assaulting a woman. Okay. So he doesn't get to say anything here about anybody, just so you know. The guy's a fucking idiot. I mean, there's no universe or multiverse where Dolly isn't a fucking complete and total jackass moron. Okay? Just make that abundantly clear.
Did that, you must have looked at your cameras. But we're allowed to do that. We're allowed to see if you have you know what I mean? There's no trespassing sign there. We can do whatever we want. So we are just looking to a story because it's kind of a big deal, Chris.
Yeah.
Whoever was driving that Ford Edge.
I actually encourage I encourage all of you so-called the self-proclaimed turtle riders. I would encourage you all to go over to Dolly's stream when he's tagging Karen Reed or John O'Keefe or TurtleBoy. I would encourage all of you to go over there and listen to his logic on this case. It's fantastic. It's fucking fantastic. Just listen to the guy talk for 5 seconds. I mean, he has no idea, even though they're readily available, he has no idea how to read any documentation. I'm surprised he can read it all. He's just an idiot. So, but I would encourage all of you to go and just listen to him if you guys just want some empty, lowbrow entertainment. It's fantastic. It's just fantastic. I mean, I don't understand what I mean. This TurtleBoy guy is out there and he's protesting, and that's the same thing Betty does. That's the same thing I do. Oh man, when I'm not fucking my sister, I'm out there and I'm making a difference, and he's doing the same thing, and the glare baby Gap's just simping for him. I mean, it's beautiful. It's fucking beautiful. But you will not hear one fact about this case. You won't hear one fact. You'll just hear an idiot up there running his mouth.
Edge, and your family owns a Ford Edge. And I wonder if it's tan. Ish. What color is it? We want to see it, Chris. So, yeah, we did that. So, anyway, he goes, you went there between 5:36. Carney then traveled to my business and live streamed on YouTube outside my business. He confronted customers entering the business, making comments to one that there are murderers in there. I said they cover for murderers. And people in the store were responsible for the murder of a Boston police officer. The family members of the people in the store are. Get it right. Carney said to another person, the pizza is tainted with blood. He wrote that down. The pizza's tainted with blood. He harassed people. I had a sign that said it too. I had a sign. Give me credit for that. He harassed people entering and leaving and confronted the staff to harass them. Confronted the.
I mean, it's metaphorical, dude. You know, like it's metaphorical. The pizza's tainted with blood. The reason why he says this. I don't know if that's really you, but yeah. it's enjoyable. Trust me. It's because it's if you ever wanted to hear what a mouth can do without a brain to power it, it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. But yeah, it's clearly oh, okay. Right on. Okay. Well, welcome, man. It's good to see you. Yeah, just so you know, I'm having a ball going through this shit. It is it's quite fun. Um so clearly the blood tainted pizza tainted with blood is clearly metaphorical. It's an allusion, not illusion, allusion to the fact that Chris Albert killed a guy, and that's what that's all it is. Has nothing to do with he's not draining blood from animals and putting it on his pizza. He's not implying that. He's not saying that.
The staff there, that's a lie. Jim Ferris, I was there because Jim Ferris invited me there, Chris. He told me to have a one-on-one conversation with him, so I did. And then he called the cops and he made up some bullshit. Can you believe that? So that's a lie.
So
this behavior went on for over an hour and a half. Yes.
So TurtleBoy, I planned on messaging you. I actually have a pretty fun idea for a live stream. I think you'll enjoy. I want to give my members something because I have memberships and I just don't ever do anything special for them. But I have something in mind, and I would really love to have you join me for it. I don't want to announce it here what the idea is, but I'll message you when this is over and run it by you and see what you think. But I think you'll enjoy it. I think you'll like the idea.
Yes, and it was awesome. It was so, you forgot to write at the end of that, and it was awesome. It was wicked cool. It was really fun. Everyone was having a great time except for me. You should have wrote that, Chris, at the end. There was like children outside. Like the best part was when the high school kids went by and they were starting chanting "Free Karen Reed," and people came by and I signed autographs and took selfies.
Now I didn't delete his messages and I did not time him out. But I have no control over Cherry. Cherry runs the channel. Cherry's the real. you motherfuckers try telling Cherry what to do. So I have no control over what Cherry does in this chat. The chat belongs to Cherry. Make no mistake about that.
And, you know, all these women and children came out and all across town, people holding signs. And it was an organic protest that I did by myself and a whole bunch of people came to. It brought the community together, Chris. You brought the community together. Good job. September 26th, I'm a member of the Kansas Select Board for now. Carney came to the meeting, encouraged some followers to also attend. They had signs. Ooh, they had signs. They were disruptive. How are we disruptive? We didn't disrupt anything. And Carney stood near me holding signs.
In all fairness, though, in all fairness, like a protest, the purpose of it is kind of partly in part to disrupt. it's to disrupt the norm in order to gain attention towards a point that you're trying to make. One might argue, but I mean, it's not even like it's not a big deal, you know. I mean, that's the point. You have the right to do that. That's not illegal. It's kind of the point. It's a non-violent method of bringing attention to a certain situation. But I mean, it's not like they were lying in the middle of the road and stopping traffic either. You know what I mean? That's not disruption to that level, but let's just fucking keep it real. The
middle finger multiple times to try to get me to respond because we know We know how the Alberts feel about the middle finger. They have no tolerance for it. All the while he was giving me the finger, he was filming his actions. Oh, no. When I went to leave the meeting, he followed me out and interfered in my ability to leave.
Because the Alberts have this horrible, they're so offended by the middle finger that they, in every single photograph that you'll ever see a male Albert in, they're sticking up their middle finger. So, of course, because they're so offended by that.
That is just a lie. He just lied that it interfered in his ability to leave. The video shows he stops me from leaving. Or at least tried. That Carney and his followers blocked my car in the lot. I did not block your car in the lot at all. That's a lie. Well, Carney was filming and putting his camera at my driver's side window. Carney encouraged people to block my vehicle. We've seen the video, right? Does he know this is on video? Was there any encouragement there? I didn't see any encouragement there. I was just asking him questions. And Mr. Cocky, by the way, coming out of there. How'd you pay for yours? How'd you pay for yours? You're going to walk me into my car, right? How'd you pay for yours? Oh, what a coward. Just a liar. Just a flat-out liar. I didn't do any of that. It's all on video. And then the best part is the end. The above listed incidents have caused me.
That's what I'm seeing. I'm not seeing. I'm about to move on from this, but I'm not seeing anything in this affidavit where TurtleBoy is secretly doing anything. I'm not seeing any accusations that can't be, because that's their strength, right? They're saying, well, this could be referenced at TurtleBoy episode 6, blah, 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 timestamp this, right? It seems that he's carefully documenting everything that he does. The whole point is to expose. His whole purpose behind everything that he's doing is to expose people for nefarious bullshit. Try to get them to talk, to pressure them into admitting something, pressure them into answering any questions that they're clearly trying to avoid. So, I don't see. Oh man, Grandmaster Sid.
I think we got a super chat. Super chat. I think we got a super chat. Super chat. Super chat. Super chat. I think we got a super chat. I think we got a super chat.
Grandmaster Sid Sophos, homie. We love Cherry. Yes, we do. We love Cherry very much. Thank you, buddy. I'm not seeing anything. He seems to be purposely documenting everything. He seems to be purposely documenting everything so that it can be referenced back. He seems to be very calculated in what he's doing. So it's funny to me because so far everything that I've gone over, this is my 4th live stream covering this affidavit, and in all 4 live streams so far, the overall consensus is that the prosecution is proving TurtleBoy's case against themselves. They're doing it for him. It makes no sense. Oh no. Let's Let's get one more, you say?
I think we got a super chat. Super chat. I think we got a super chat. Super chat. Super chat. Super chat. I think we got a super chat.
Brian Fitzgerald, thank you so much. Appreciate it, buddy. And Christine Ladarola has become a YouTube member. Welcome to Logic. Appreciate you. Yeah, I mean, I don't. It's like the prosecution. It's like Pass the Gravy's proving his own case against himself. I mean, and it's pretty clear at this point. I'm to the point, since I'm fairly new to following this case. This dude does not represent the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. I mean, these charges are the Commonwealth versus, right? But I'm not seeing these people being a accurate representation of the actual Commonwealth of Massachusetts. I'm not seeing that at all. Let's move on here. Okay. You got to get past all this. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so. All right, that's always there. A lot of this stuff is really repetitive, so I have to scroll past it and find the new stuff. So for every witness, there's like a new piece of evidence, and I'm just trying to go. I have to sift through all this bullshit and find it. Thank goodness too, because I'm not trying to go over all 70 pages of this bullshit. It's really ridiculous. Oh my goodness. I am super stoked that you are here too. One more time, Cuck Church. Move your ass.
I think we got a super dad. Super dad. I think we got a super dad. Super dad. Super dad. Super dad. Dad, 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 dad. I think we got a super dad. I think we got a super dad.
Nanny Doo, thank you so much. I'm super stoked that you're here. And I'm really grateful to Aiden TurtleBoy for being here, and I'm mostly grateful to his supporters for embracing me into their community, into your community. So thank you guys, appreciate you. Yeah, so I have to sift through all this bullshit. Because for each victim, alleged victim, they have to repeat all of the facts of this ridiculous bullshit case. Yeah, we already went over the Trooper Proctor stuff. Oh, and here's another one. Let's see. Maybe they got the maybe they got the timestamp right here. We'll look that up right now. But the timestamps are, a bunch of these timestamps are fucking wrong, man. And maybe I read this one already. Yeah, I did read that one already. And there's the rolling rally thing. I went over that. And then there's the wrist flex thing. Now, there's a reference to when he was on wrist flex, and I tried to find that video before I went live. I could not find that. She may have made it private or deleted it. Whatever her reasons are, her reasons for that, I can only speculate as to reasons why. I don't know. But I mean, it's her channel, and she has every right to do whatever she wants with her content. So, but if you're wondering, if you're familiar with this affidavit and you're wondering why the wrist flex stuff, I don't go over it, it's because I can't get it. So, and a lot of this stuff is just repeated over and over again, man. It's just really, yeah, this is the web stuff. Again, I already went over the web stuff. Yeah, I don't know why this is in here so many damn times. Yeah, I got pictures of you, blah, 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 blah. Ran the plates, right? We already went over that. We already went over the Jennifer McCabe being at the Proctor's house. We already went over that. Yeah, these people think I'm fucking around, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So on June 6, 2023, the McCabe's traveled from the residence in Canton to Billerica, Massachusetts. I think that's how you say it, to attend a sporting event and where their children were participating. Carney learned the McCabe's would be in Billerica, whatever. Carney, whose Massachusetts driver license has an address, blah, 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 confronted the McCabe's and posted videos of the interaction online. Carney would later write a blog post about the interaction where he stated, Jen and Matt McCabe do not deserve to live a normal life and pretend that they weren't involved in murdering a Boston police officer. While the McCabe's were seated in the stands, Carney approached Jennifer McCabe and asked her repeated questions about the alleged conspiracy. Matthew McCabe attempted to step between Carney and Jen in an effort to prevent Carney from videotaping Jen. On a subsequent YouTube video, Carney bragged about the confrontation. I went to her kids' lacrosse game and made a scene there, and I got kicked out because I kept calling her a cop killer. And that's on the wrist flex thing, and I don't have that. Okay, so maybe here on June 26, 2023, Carney traveled to the home of Matthew and Jennifer McCabe at 12 Country Lane. Carney video recorded his arrival at the residence and later discussed the trip to the residence in a YouTube video, episode 549, TurtleBoy returns to Canton. In the YouTube video, 30-minute mark, Carney stated that when he arrived, he noticed the front door on the residence was open. He stated, well, that will make this easier. She can't close on me. Carney played the video he recorded at the residence of the YouTube on the YouTube video. Carney rang the doorbell and video recorded the interior of the residence through a glass storm door. A person is seen inside the home on Carney's video, which Carney stated is Jennifer McCabe. Carney was videotaping into the home for approximately 1 minute. Now, I don't know if that's illegal or not. That would be a question for an attorney, but let's find that. Let's find out how accurate that is. June 26th, 2023. Let's see, episode 594 at the 30-minute mark, right?
The plowing that took place on the morning of January 29th, 2022.
Okay.
And whether or not plows camp. So
All right.
Okay, so I go to the McCabe household, and they don't know I'm coming. And I'm like, I pull up there, and I'm like, oh shit, the door's open. She left the door open. Well, that's gonna make this a lot easier. She can't close the door on me because she's not gonna want to come near me. So I just go and we start filming.
Yeah, the lacrosse game is a public event. I mean, like, and people saying
I think she does like the attention.
Okay. Thank you, Cherry. Appreciate it. I got it.
But at the same time, like, don't let the face, like the fake poker face,
Door's open.
fool you. Like, she does not, like, she hates this deep
Someone must
down.
be home.
Yeah, oh, he's like,
Three cars in the driveway.
someone's home. Summer
Like to
summer vacation's over, so
sell you some candy bars for my Girl Scout troop.
where are you, Jen? Watch, she makes an appearance. Ready? Catch it.
No.
See if you see her. There it is. There she is. You see that? She appears.
I mean,
saw it. Like, look at her. She came out
again. Are you going to arrest paparazzi for doing the same fucking thing? They all do that shit, dude. They all do that shit.
Like, see what I was doing, and she does, like, put some dishes in there and then just runs away, like, in her own house. Why do they always do this when I come to their house? Like, everybody's a tough guy. Everybody runs their mouth, and then it's like, okay, well, let's have a talk. And it's again, like, you can't even say you're fearing because I come in peace. You'll never see me during any of these things being like, what the fuck, you want to fight me? Like, no.
Yeah, let me be very clear because I realize a lot of people are uncomfortable with this. And I understand that. That's perfectly fine. And I don't blame you. But the fact of the matter is, it's a question of whether or not it's illegal. What we're doing here, what I'm going over, is not a question of whether or not TurtleBoy's methods are questionable, or if his methods are something that one might engage in themselves. That's not in question here. We're not debating that. That's not what we're doing here. What we're debating here, what we're trying to establish, is whether or not what he's doing is actually illegal. Can he be prosecuted for this stuff? That is absolutely the question. And I understand people feeling uncomfortable with it. I get that. I totally get that. Would I engage in this? No, I would not. Personally, I would not. But the thing is, and if you really want my honest opinion about it, and I'll give you my honest opinion, even though I would not engage in this, do I feel bad for these people? Do I think that they're victims? Fuck no. Not even a little bit. No, I don't. Especially Jennifer McCabe. I don't feel bad for her at all. I do not see her as a victim in any of this. And I mean, you can crucify me if you want, but that is absolutely my opinion. I do not think that Jennifer McCabe gets to play victim when she is doing absolutely nothing. As a matter of fact, she's counterproductive to the process of getting John O'Keefe justice. This is an officer of the law who was killed in an unjust manner. And this is the thing, is if I see Well, dude, I honestly, I don't know. I need to educate myself on that more, for me to have an opinion on it. Do you see Lizzie Proctor as a victim? She was just minding her own business, trying to get people fired. I don't know the details on that. I would love to be more educated on that, but do I see Lizzie Proctor as a victim or in overall? No, I don't, because in the process of trying to get John O'Keefe justice, during the process of trying to get John O'Keefe justice, an investigation is being conducted. And in that investigation, the way that it's being conducted is absolutely and totally unethical. She should not be hobnobbing with witnesses in this investigation. She should not be fraternizing, excuse me, with people that are directly involved in this investigation. It is absolutely unethical. She is the wife of the lead investigator. So, no, I do not see her as a victim whatsoever for that reason. Now, as far as the specifics of what you're talking about here, as far as her getting people fired, I don't know what that is. I have not educated myself that far on this, but I'd love to find out. I'd love to know. But no, I don't see her as a victim. And I definitely don't see Jen McCabe as a victim. I think that this is just the most asinine example of a murder investigation that I've ever seen. And I've covered a lot of crime cases on this channel, and I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen anything more unprofessional in my life. In all the 5 years that I've been on YouTube, I've never seen anything more unprofessional. And the fact that I'm seeing, like, the question is whether or not what you're doing is right or wrong. I'm always on the side of justice. And when I see when I see an injustice taking place, which is a police officer being murdered, and then on top of that, the investigation to get that police officer justice is just fucking saturated in injustice, just submerged in bullshit. And that makes me mad. So you doing what you're doing and uncovering this, my opinion of what you're doing, normally when I see people with these methods, I'm like, dude, that shit's not okay. But in this case, in the overall grand scheme of things, on a moral level, on an ethical level, I don't see shit wrong with it because nobody's doing anything about it. There was a case that I was talking about a while back. Like there was this little girl who her father filmed her screaming that she was being assaulted by her mom's boyfriend, and her mother participated in it. And law enforcement was doing absolutely nothing about it. And a lot of people questioned this man, her father, for putting his daughter's name and face out there, trying to get attention, trying to get mainstream media attention on this. Because when you can't depend on law enforcement, when you can't depend on the civil servants that are charged with the responsibility of helping you, serving and protecting you, when you can't count on that, what else do? You turn to the people. And the press is the voice for the people. So people were like, you can't put this minor's face and name out there, and she's a victim and blah, blah, blah. If she's a victim, why are you putting her? Because nobody else would listen. He had no choice. It boiled down to that. At the end of the day, he had no other choice but to get the people's attention and shine a light on the fact that this police precinct was not doing jack shit to help this little girl. The court systems were doing jack shit to help this little girl. And I was very loud about it. And I made a lot of enemies on this channel speaking up for that little girl and for her father. So, I mean, to me, this is a different situation, but it's very similar in the sense that when the people that you depend on to that you're supposed to depend on to get a victim justice are doing the opposite and seem to be in for lack of a better term, conspiring to be counterproductive to that justice being found. You know, it's what else is there to do but to speak up on it and put pressure on these people and expose these people to the public? What else is there to do? So no, on a moral level, when people are sitting here going, well, you know, I don't agree with his tactics and blah, blah, blah. Well, just because I wouldn't do it doesn't mean that I think that what he's doing, what I think that TurtleBoy is doing is unethical. No. In the grand scheme of things, no, I don't think it's unethical, because what other choice does he have? Who else is doing anything to get Karen Reed justice? Who else is doing anything to get John O'Keefe justice? Because the Commonwealth of Massachusetts is not. And they're supposed to be the ones that you could depend on to do that. So what do? You put pressure on the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and the fucking cucks that are working for them. That's what you do. There's no other way to go. So fuck anybody who is sitting here calling me a hypocrite because I call out tragedy pimps and I'm not calling him out. Because this is a very, very different situation. 99% of the time I'm going, shut the fuck up, let law enforcement do their job. But what happens when law enforcement isn't doing their job? That's where we're at.
No, that's not what I'm about here to do. I just want to ask you some legitimate questions about a matter of public concern. And none, like Mike Fucci did the same thing. They hide, like, this is your house. Why do you have to hide in your house? You shouldn't have to hide in your house. You can just answer the door, tell me to fuck off, and I'll leave. Like that's all I can do.
Right.
But they know. They know.
The fact of the matter is, people, the fact of the matter is, this is an undeniable fact. Okay? It's not theory. It's not theory. The undeniable fact here is that if TurtleBoy did not engage in the tactics that he is engaged in, I wouldn't know about this case. I wouldn't be talking about it. I wouldn't have looked into it as deeply as I have. I wouldn't have the information made available to me to ask the right questions about this case. Nobody would. So I don't want to hear that shit. Right. These aren't victims, and he isn't screaming about dead babies being maggot-filled bags of bones or playing the sound of screaming baby into the house of a dead baby either. He's not doing these things. I just don't want to hear that shit. That stupid fucking comparison. I just don't want to hear that shit. It's bullshit. There's clearly an injustice salad here. I mean, and you know, somebody's got to be the cockroach found in the salad. Somebody's got to be that. Like, you don't think that this guy figured he was going to have his life fucked with? You didn't think that this guy made a conscious decision and thought, like, I know what's going to end up happening if I take on a bunch of fucking cops and friends of cops, friends and family members of cops. That's not opportunistic. That's fucking making a decision like, holy shit, all right, my life is about to get fucking turned upside down. But nobody else is speaking up. Nobody else is doing this. So fuck it. I'm going to be the one to do it. Bring it on. To me, that's admirable. That's admirable. That's not opportunistic. It's admirable.
See if they come to the door. So I definitely saw Jen in there. I think they can hear us on the ring too. So Jen, I mean you no harm. Just have a couple questions. Looking for how long to die in cold. I wonder if you had an answer for that. But we'll see. I definitely saw her. I mean, Jen, I mean you no harm. So, all right, I guess she doesn't. Let me try one more time.
Yeah, not so tough without our lackeys.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Okie
why
dokie.
not just clear this up? You know, if it's
I
all a
guess
big
she's,
misunderstanding.
Busy?
So yeah, that's that. All right. So that was kind of, we're like, okay, I'd like to have a conversation with someone before I leave the town of Canton. I mean, this is, you know, we got Jen on video. At least we saw one of these people like in the flesh. That's good. But I'd like to have a conversation with somebody. You know, I came all this way to talk. And, you know, like I start driving. I'm like, okay, 1473 Washington Street. This is the home.
All right, we're at Tim Albert's
with
house.
the goddamn, again, this is the home where, just a reminder, like, look at that. Look at that.
All right, let's move on.
Look in the background there, if you can't see it. So
let's move on here real quick. Now, it says here that Sergeant Bukaki interviewed Jennifer McCabe on July 24th, 2023 regarding the harassment and intimidation. Jennifer became upset and stated she is concerned for her safety and well-being of her juvenile children. She stated her children are upset, embarrassed, and angry at the false accusations Carney has been broadcasting. Of course they're embarrassed. Of course they're embarrassed. No shit. Dude, they should be embarrassed. But that's not his fault. I mean, that's not his fault. He's responsible for making people aware and asking the right questions. Of course. But, I mean, they should be embarrassed for her mother's actions that the court documents and all of the statements clearly give reason why they should be embarrassed. They should be embarrassed for what those documents and statements reflect of her behavior and her actions. That's what they should be embarrassed about. But of course, you know, that's their mom. They're not going to be like, oh my God, you know, they're going to defend their mom. Rightfully so. There's nothing wrong with that. But the fact is, I mean, this is to sit here and act like him showing up there and he's clearly just simply asking questions. He's not threatening anybody. He's not standing in front of her door going, hey, I'm going to come in. I mean, there is a fucking storm door separating him from the inside of the house and her physically. If he wanted to hurt her, he could have absolutely busted in that door, probably walked in. It was probably unlocked. He didn't even touch the door to see if it was unlocked. But he could have, if she felt like her life was in danger, then, I mean, like that, there was no reason for her to feel that her life was in danger. There was no reason for her to fear her own safety. Is it uncomfortable as fuck? Sure. But I'm with him. She deserves to feel uncomfortable. She does not deserve to feel comfortable when she can absolutely clear the name of an innocent woman and get justice for a murdered cop. Right. If she has nothing to hide, why not answer the questions? See, this is fucking amazing to me. Fucking amazing. So right now, I have 346 people watching this stream right now. 346 people watching this stream right now. And I put up a poll here in the chat asking if you live in Massachusetts. If you are people of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, 63% of you, 64% of you say yes, you are. That's more than half of the people watching this. That includes the lurkers that are watching this. Not just the people participating in chat, but the lurkers watching this. Who are in support of what TurtleBoy is doing. Why? Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? It's because the people of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts see a very clear injustice taking place. They actually want justice for John O'Keefe. Because normally people are going to be like, hey, don't fucking, these are our cops. These are the men and women who volunteered to help during the Boston bombings. These are our people. These are the people we count on to protect us. How dare you trash them? How dare you besmirch their image? That's not what's going on here. They're demanding that those who they count on to protect and serve them live up to that image. That's not that's not too much to ask. That's not an unreasonable thing to ask for. The people are not pissed off because the image is being blown by TurtleBoy of the Massachusetts State Troopers. He's pissed off. These people are pissed off because they're not living up to the image. They're making their home look bad. These cops are making where they live look bad. And I know Massachusetts people are proud of where they live. As I said before, Boston fans are my favorite fucking sports fans. I don't even really follow sports. But I'll root for a team sometimes just because I like the fans. Dude, if I'm not rooting, if I'm not rooting for the Miami Heat in an NBA game, I'm rooting for the Celtics. Period. I'm rooting for the Celtics. Simply because the fans are real. The fans are real. If I'm not rooting for the St. Louis Blues or the Florida Panthers, I'm rooting for the Bruins. Simply because I respect the fan base. There's no fair weather bullshit going on in Boston. There's no fair weather bullshit going on in Boston. I mean, like, that's respectable. That's respectable. These are not people who just hate cops. These are people who are proud of where they live, proud of their home, and they want anyone who lives there to live up to the image. I mean, this is where the revolution began, dude. That's where the revolution began. That's where Paul Revere ran through and said, the British are coming, the British are coming. I'm a patriot. You know how much respect I have for that shit? Dude, if I ever walked through Canton and saw that shit, I'd probably cry because of how fucking patriotic I am. Like, I'm an independent politically. But if you had to label me something that is not an independent, it would be a libertarian. And that makes me an absolute patriot. I love my freedoms. But I'm for the people, man. I'm for the people, not the establishment. And that town is for the people. That town is about community. And they expect more from the people that they pay taxes to protect them. There's nothing wrong with that. That's how it should be in every state, in every city, in every town. That's how it should be everywhere. Shouldn't that fucking tell you something? That these people are not just blindly following their police force. They're saying, no, I expect better from my police force. It's unreal that people are looking at this like it's Twilight Zone shit. All right, so she goes on to say, this goes on to say that Jennifer states the children are afraid to be in their own home. Come on. Jen later told Sergeant Bukaki that Carney repeatedly keeps showing the pictures of Trooper Proctor at a cookout and misidentifies children in the photos as her children. So what? Good that they're misidentified. Good. She stated Carney has shown one of her children at her first communion and family photos. Jennifer stated her 15-year-old daughter is being recognized and photographed in public, which terrifies her daughter. On September 20th, 2023, Carney broadcast a live YouTube video. Now, again, I don't agree with that, but the fact is, it's not fucking illegal. It is not illegal. These charges are bullshit. On September 20th, 2023, Carney broadcast a live YouTube video, episode 615. During the video, Carney repeatedly stated that Jen McCabe killed John O'Keefe. At the 154 mark in the video, Carney stated, I am saying this as a matter of fact that Jen McCabe participated in killing and planning to kill and cover up the murder of John O'Keefe. Okay, well, that's a civil issue. That's not a criminal issue. That is a civil issue. If he's wrong, then it's libel. If he's wrong, then it's libel. But let's go over that. Let's play that. What do they say? Episode 615. Let's look that up.
Odd.
All right. Now, this is the one where he has Bob Mata on. I think it's Mata. So Tiffany, he was here, but he can't log on because he's got a new phone. So he was using his personal account. I've watched. I have not watched all of the Kenton Town Hall meetings. No, but what is the timestamp on that? Let me see. 154 mark. The 1 hour and 54 minute mark, or the 1 minute and 54 second mark? Okay, it can't be the 1 minute. So.
Yeah, they have signs. You got to see these signs. They love their signs and their buttons. Let's come up. Remember, it's about justice for John. Like this is what they're putting up in their yards now. Remember, it's like keep in mind this woman whose house this is at, her sister killed John O'Keefe. Her sister literally killed John O'Keefe. Literally. And let me be very clear. If Jen McCabe did not participate in killing John O'Keefe by Googling how long to die in cold at 2:27, which is the same thing as killing him, you're planning to kill him. You're just as guilty. If that is untrue, what I'm saying right now is not I am not saying this is a matter of
Okay.
opinion. I'm saying this is
Now-
a matter of fact.
Okay. This I love. This I love. That's very different. Okay. That's now, did he say what it says in the did it say what it says in the affidavit? Let's read that again. Okay. Carney stated, I'm saying this as a matter of fact that Jen McCabe participated in killing and planning to kill and cover up the murder of John O'Keefe. I am saying that. That is not my opinion. Okay. Now, they left out a certain detail. A very, very, very specific and very important detail in that statement. Okay? Let's listen to that one more time.
Keep in mind, this woman whose house this is at, her sister killed John O'Keefe. Her sister literally killed John O'Keefe. Literally. And I'm let me be very clear. If Jen McCabe did not participate in killing John O'Keefe by Googling how long to die in cold at 227, which is the same thing as killing him. It's planned by Googling how long to die in cold at 227, which is the same thing as killing him. Killing John O'Keefe by Googling how long to die in cold at 227, which is the same thing as killing him. You're planning to kill him. You're just as guilty.
Okay. How is that wrong? How is that not true? Let's explore that for a second, folks. How is that not true? Because if she Googled how long to die in the cold, that absolutely makes her an accessory to murder. Absolutely. And by planning, what it implies in the affidavit is that it was premeditated. That she tried to lure him to the house so that they could kill him and then leave him out on the lawn. That's not what he's saying here. He's saying that if you could have saved his life, but you put his body, or you were aware that someone else put his body out on the lawn, and you're the one Googling how long does it take for someone to die in the cold, well, then you're absolutely a fucking accessory to that murder. Because if he wasn't dead yet and he died out there in the cold, that absolutely makes you an accessory to that murder. And yes, that counts as planning, because if you could have saved his life by calling 911 and getting him rushed to a hospital and getting him medical attention immediately, but you chose not to, and you had every intention of waiting for him to die in the cold, that is called a plan. That absolutely counts as a plan. So that doesn't even count as libel. It doesn't even count as libel. That's not even a civil issue. I mean, the fact of the fucking matter is that she Googled that shit. No fucking jury in a civil court is going to go, oh, well, geez. A jury in a civil court is going to go, well, wait a minute. She Googled what? At what time? Every single juror is going to do that in a civil court, not even in a fucking, yeah, twice. Exactly, Cherry. Not even in a criminal court, much less a criminal court. Of course. Dude. So you notice that they left that particular detail out about her Googling. So yes, absolutely. The fact is that she Googled that. The fact is that she did it twice. The fact is that she did it at the time that it states that she did it. And so that absolutely, if his life could have been saved and they left him out in the cold on that property, and they did that knowingly, That's intent. That's not only intent, but it's also absolutely planning. They planned for him to die out there. That implies, strongly implies, that he was still alive while he was in the house. And they were like, well, we'll just fucking put him outside like garbage and he'll freeze to death. Fuck it. You know? And then we'll say that fucking Karen hit him with the car. I don't know her. Anybody here friends with her? Nobody? Who gives a fuck about that lady? Make her take the rap. We all got careers here as cops. We got businesses. Fuck Karen Reed. We don't know her. She's not part of our circle. We'll throw her under the bus. I mean, it's unbelievable, man. So yeah, absolutely. Absolutely that is not that is not even close to what I mean. They're trying to say that he's just like trying to rile people up and falsely accuse someone of murder. That's not a false accusation. If she did Google how long does a body take to die in the cold, if she did Google that at the time stated that she did, well then absolutely. She's absolutely an accessory to murder. And she absolutely planned on him dying out there when she could have absolutely gotten him help. That means that she knew that while he was in the house, he was still alive. And we know he was in that house. The Apple data dictates it, and Ryan Nagel's testimony dictates it.
Is guilty. If that is untrue, what I'm saying right now is not I am not saying this is a matter of opinion. I'm saying this is a matter of fact that Jen McCabe participated in killing and planning to kill and cover up the murder of John O'Keefe. I am saying that is not my opinion. That is a fact. So I can't even argue in court. If you were to sue me, I would no longer be able to argue that this is opinion. So if Jen McCabe did not do that, if she did not actually Google that at 227 or anything like that, then what I just said right there is open and shut slander, open and shut defamation. She could sue me tomorrow if she's innocent and win my house, fucking everything. It would be all hers. The blog would no longer exist. It would, and like Kevin Reddington would sue me into existence, even though we're bros, right? I would be fucking destroyed. And I'm saying it right now. Jen McCabe participated in killing John O'Keefe. So sue me.
Can't deny
why
that.
don't you sue me?
It can't be denied.
I mean, if you didn't do it, like you said, why don't you just sue me? Because you did it. Because she did it. That's why. Because she did it. That's why all these people did it. Like they're so fucking obvious about it. You did it. Anyway, the fact that these signs, I mean, the fucking balls of these people, I hate them. Oh, dude, I just get so fucking mad at these people. Oh my God, Bob fucking Galvin. You want to be a big fucking tough guy? Huh? Huh? You look like what stage are you? You look like you're on death's doorstep. You pathetic, disgusting old man. Bob Galvin. You're a big fucking tough guy. My fucking town. No, it's not your fucking town. It's my town. It's daddy's town. You fucking people make me sick. You make me.
Yeah, I notice people keep getting blocked by Coffindoffer. I can't believe I haven't been blocked by her yet. I can't fucking believe it. The only thing that I can guess is that she's watching the channel and she's trying to build some sort of case against me, which would be ridiculous. Try and find me, first of all. Good luck with that. I'm so off the grid, it's not even funny. But yeah. Dude, I don't even have a phone that's connected. I use my phone under Wi-Fi. I don't even have a phone number. I have a burner phone number. Like, you're not. Nobody's fucking with me. Nobody's fucking with me. I don't even get mail here. So, right, exactly. She can't follow me if she blocks me. Exactly.
Make me sick. You motherfuckers killed that guy, and then you framed a completely innocent woman dealing with trauma. Oh, I hate you so much. And then you have the fucking balls to show up because Alan Jackson's down there like a big tough guy, knowing that Alan Jackson is too dignified, quite frankly, to really let you know what a worthless pile of shit you are. But when Daddy comes to town and he protests outside your fucking brother-in-law's mediocre chicken place, calling your fucking nephew a murderer in no unspoken terms, saying he's inside the house, help participate in it. Where the fuck are you then? Do you show up then? No, you don't. Because you're a fucking coward. I dare you to show up. And since you want to be a big tough guy to these women, and you want to be a big tough guy to Liza Little, and you want to be a big tough guy to Karen Reed, and a big tough guy to Alan Jackson, knowing that they're not in a position to be like I am, we'll see how tough you are. Because Daddy's coming to town. And we're bringing receipts. And we're going live. You were better off staying out of this. This sign, that got me. This sign fucking disgusts me. You worthless pieces of shit killed John O'Keefe, and you have the balls to put these fucking signs in your yard. You have the balls. Why? Because we're fighting for an innocent woman's life? Because we're fighting for justice for John O'Keefe? But you're like, no. We called it first. We called justice for John first. You killed John O'Keefe, you worthless piles of shit, and I'm going to find you, motherfucker. I'm going to find you. Just know that. You want to fucking dance? We can fucking dance. I didn't know who you were before this. You were like John. I thought you were Jen's lesbian sister or some shit. I didn't know shit about you. Now we know all about your son, Tom.
All right, so there's my Twitter handle. There's my Twitter handle in the chat. So follow me on Twitter if you're on Twitter. Because yeah, it's unbelievable that Jennifer Coffindoffer has not blocked me. And I didn't think shit of her. You know, I just thought she was just some whatever on you know, on News Nation here and there. I didn't know anything about her. And I followed her on Twitter, but I didn't pay attention to any of her tweets. And after following this case and then seeing her post stuff about the John O'Keefe, Karen Reed case, of course she blocked Bob Mata. I mean, of course she blocked him. She doesn't want to hear logic from an attorney. She doesn't want to hear that. I mean, yeah, I started following her and I can't fucking shut up. I see a post from her that is absolutely stupid, just plain fucking dumb. And posts a lot of dumb shit. Oh my God. It is an overwhelming of stupidity that she posts on Twitter in regards to this case. And I just can't help it. I can't help it. I have to respond. And my responses are always so fucking simple. Dude, it's like she's never read a fucking witness statement, yet she's former FBI. It's crazy to me. Yeah, it's like she's having a fucking meltdown every single time. It's like she's having a fucking meltdown. It's crazy. She never mentions the Google searches, ever, ever, ever. That's true. She never does. She's so stupid. Like when TurtleBoy was here and we talked and he mentioned her, I didn't have anything to say, you know, in regards to her. I didn't have anything to say because I didn't know, you know, and he had a lot to say about her. And it was funny, you know, but I mostly I was just laughing at, oh my God, listen to this guy fucking just insult the shit out of this fucking former FBI lady. And then I just started reading her tweets, and then I was just like, God, man, wow. I can't argue with a fucking thing that TurtleBoy said about her on this channel. I can't argue. I can't make one fucking argument against what he said. Not one. She's absolutely that stupid. She's absolutely that ignorant. It's crazy to me. Like somebody fucking gave her a gun. Like a government issued fucking firearm, dude. A government issued fucking service weapon. Somebody gave her that. Somebody gave her a badge and a service weapon and was like, here you go. And then a fucking paycheck. What? Crazy. All right. So oh, wait. Let's look at the sign. Let's see where it's in the same video. He says later in the video he displays. Here we go. I think this is it.
So, and I guess the kids that are in this picture, their parents, like they asked me, like, can you take them down? I'm like, no, I can't do that. No. They're like, well, what about they're going to get threats? I'm like, for what? They didn't even do this on purpose. Like, everybody's got to chill out with the whole my life is in danger thing. Stop it. Karen Reed, her life actually is in danger. I'm fucking sick and tired of people hearing about, like, I'm afraid to come forward because my life is going to be in danger if I don't. Bitch, Karen Reed's life is in danger right now. Fuck your.
Yeah, I mean, she's absolutely a mouthpiece for for the DA. But you'd have to be stupid to be a mouthpiece for the DA. You'd have to be fucking dumb. The DA does not have a case against Karen Reed. There is no case against Karen Reed, people. Dude, the evidence handling alone is enough to get the case dismissed. And I'm not a lawyer. Again, I'd love to hear a lawyer's perspective on that. But the having watched Law and Order a lot, I mean, dude, the handling of the evidence alone, the handling of the evidence alone to me is enough to get the case dismissed. Yeah, I need to hear that voicemail too. I can't wait.
Or fears. Get over it. Get the fuck over it. Don't tell me about I'm fear. Shut the fuck up. You're fine. You're fine. Your kids are fine. Everything's fine. Don't ask me to take shit down. They're like, can you take the faces out? No, I could, I guess. Don't want to, because don't feel like it. There's no need to. Because these kids didn't do anything wrong. First of all, they're grown adults. They took a picture, they shared it. It got to me somehow, so they weren't that shy about it. So they took this picture.
Right.
And this picture was not actually, like, they weren't trying to get Brian Albert. They were just taking a picture at the game. And Brian Albert and them realized that, oh, somebody's taking a picture. We can't be in any pictures. And look at Nicole, like in the back there. Like Nicole jumps, hides behind her daughter. Brian hides behind his old man. Like they all hide. This is and then except for Bernie. Bernie doesn't know what the fuck's going on. Bernie's like, she's like, what? Who got killed? What? What's going on now? So Bernie's all like, and
Cherry's got personal things that she needs to attend to, most likely. So yeah, Electra, you are in charge of the chat. You have the keys.
So like it just, when I see them like this, like this is probably not the first time. Like these kids weren't taking pictures of them on purpose. Just whenever they see someone with the camera out, they instinctively jump and hide. I can't tell you how much satisfaction I take in that. This is how they live their life now. They have to run and hide like rats. And they will do this as long as they remain free. This ends when they go to prison. That's it. Bernie is the patriarch of, Bernie, you could probably do a case study on him. He produced Brian and Chris Albert and Fredo, Tim Albert, and Kevin Albert, and the two other retarded Alberts who look like, the short bus kids. Like, what did Bernie Albert do wrong? Everything, apparently. Everything. Imagine your son was Chris Albert. That's generational. Like, how did Colin end up like this? Look at his dad. And then look at his grandpa. Oh, did we get another number here? I got one more to call. One more to call. Let's try this one. I don't think I've ever called this one before.
I'm retarded?
Hello. We can help you find another business in the area.
Nope.
The number you called is not in service.
Wrong number.
I'll look for you now.
I thought it was Caitlin Albert. Someone get me Caitlin Albert's number. We'll find it. If it's the 575 number, it's wrong. So, all right. Anyone have any? Yeah, he is kind of like Joe Biden, right? I mean, kind of similar, except without the money and shit, All right. Any overwhelming static? I'm moving the phone. It just, when the phone gets to here, it causes the static. Is the static on, hopefully? All right. Let me read a couple more Turtle chats. Unsilent sends $12 and says, Turtle, please check your phone. It's clearly tapped. Dial *6. First of all, I don't care if it's tapped. I have nothing to hide. A screen will pop up. Screenshot it. It'll show live to tape the number that is recording on. Okay, I'm not doing that, but okay. Thank you for the advice anyway on selling. I appreciate that. Definitely, I'm not. If you think I'm the kind of guy that like worries about his phone being tapped or hides or has anything to hide, like
right.
Nope. I'm the other guy. Actually, I'm the guy who doesn't give a shit. I don't care if you have my number.
Right.
What are you gonna do about it? Like that's what I want to know. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. Because that's the thing. Like people just got to get over their fears. Like I'm not special. I'm not Teflon. I'm not indestructible. But I'm not afraid of anyone. I'm not afraid of any of these fuckers. Like, why were you, dude? They make mediocre chicken parm and Canton. Don't forget that. This is not Tony Soprano. Like you'll be fine. Anyway, next one up. EG sends $20 and says, "Great stuff, Aiden, with a shamrock." Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Will sends $5 and says, "Call Jen McCabe or an Albert, please."
Yeah, I'm pretty nocturnal. Mark 8444. I'm pretty nocturnal. I don't sleep a lot, but so coffee is just, it's whatever. Like I like it's also a it's just habit. Like I don't even smoke a lot of cigarettes, but I do when I'm live. It's just because no matter how long I've been doing this, it's still some nerve-wracking shit, public speaking, so I'm just I'm gonna fucking do whatever makes me comfortable in order to be able to do it. So yeah, I drink a lot of coffee while I'm live, and I smoke a lot of cigarettes while I'm live. But
they've already done those. They've already all blocked me. She's fearing. I called Jen a long time ago. She was fearing, if I recall. So,
and you might be thinking like, well, Claire, I mein, you're drinking coffee. You get nervous and then you drink coffee. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm ADHD. Coffee calms me down. It has the opposite effect that it has on people without ADHD. So it keeps me chill, relaxes me.
Also got some cash. Do we have any cash apps? Let's see. Alex sends $10 and says, "Gun to your head. Who's a bigger cuck, Carl or Ken. I don't really know Ken, so I'm gonna have to go Carl on that one. Carl is tough to be a bigger cuck than Carl, to be perfectly honest with you. Oh, we got another number for Bob Galvin. So Jay Norris sent $10. And let's see if this number works out for Bob Galvin. Let's see.
All right, let me see if there's something else to move on here from.
Again,
so we established all that. I didn't see the sign. It says here that he put that Carney displayed a sign on the lawn of Jennifer McCabe's sister in Canton and states, which would be Nicole Albert's house, and says, "You killed John O'Keefe, you worthless piles of shit, and I'm gonna find you, motherfucker. I'm gonna find you. Just know that. You want to fucking dance? We can fucking dance. I don't know who you are, who you were before this. I thought you were Jen's lesbian sister or some shit. I didn't know shit about you. Now we know all about your son, Tommy. Tommy's the lacrosse coach, I believe, at Canton High School. Unless it's not Nicole. Aren't Nicole and Jen sisters? I didn't know shit about you. Now we know all about your son, Tommy. Tommy, the lacrosse coach, I believe, at Canton High School, right? Yeah, whoa. We can talk about Tommy, too. We can pay Tommy a visit, too. We're going to go after. You're going to get the whole fucking deal now, all of it. Oh, okay, so not Nicole. Allie McCabe, she can get it to, or maybe it was Nicole. He's referring to Allie McCabe now. She can get it too. They can all get it. We have left the second generation out of this for a bit, but that's over, except for Brian Albert Jr. because he looks functionally retarded. But besides him, the rest of them, they're all gonna get it. Caitlin Albert, we've got some questions for you. Show up another Bridgewater State football game. I dare you. Daddy's coming to town. These people make me sick. 158 mark. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't do it in the voice, but oh well.
This sign, that got me.
Okay.
This sign fucking disgusts me. You worthless pieces of shit killed John O'Keefe, and you have the balls to put these fucking signs in your yard. You have the balls. Why? Because we're fighting for an innocent woman's life? Because we're fighting for justice for John O'Keefe? But you're like, no. We called it first. We called justice for John first. You killed John O'Keefe, you worthless piles of shit, and I'm going to find you, motherfucker. I'm going to find you. Just know that. You want to fucking dance? We can fucking dance. I didn't know who you were before this. You were like John. I thought you were Jen's lesbian sister or some shit. I didn't know shit about you.
In all fairness, if I had read it in that voice, in the threatening voice, in the threatening sounding voice, it wouldn't have been that off, because TurtleBoy is pretty pissed here. But again, I don't think that what he's saying here is illegal. This right here is freedom of speech. He's saying this shit on a live stream, and it's not, I'm not getting the impression here that he is, yeah, it would have been pretty close.
Now we know all about your son, Tommy. And Tommy's the lacrosse coach, I believe, at Canton High School, right? Yeah. Oh, we can talk about Tommy too. We can pay Tommy a visit too. We're gonna go after, you're gonna get the whole fucking deal now. All of it. Allie McCabe, she can get it too. They can all get it. We've left the second generation out of this for a bit. That's over. Except for Brian Albert Jr., because he looks functionally retarded. But besides him, the rest of them, they're all gonna get it. They're all going to get it. And by the way, that includes 75 Elm Street in Easton. Tristan, we got some questions for you, my dude. Caitlin Albert, we got some questions for you. Show up at another Bridgewater State football game. I dare you.
Okay. Right there. right there. We've got some questions for you. Now, that can't be twisted, okay? When he's saying, yeah, you're going to get it, and he's saying, I'm going to find you, and you're going to get it. He clears that up, specifies, we've got questions for you. That is not illegal. That is him saying, I'm going to come put the pressure on you to answer questions. That is not illegal.
Eddie's coming to town.
That's not a threat of physical violence. That is not a threat against their physical safety. That is a forewarning that I'm coming because I have questions for you, because I am a journalist, an award-winning journalist.
Will make me sick. These people make me sick. Okay, let's make some calls. I think we got some numbers here. Hold on. Do we get this? Okay. Call this number.
And listen, for those of you who are trying to figure out where I live, I'll give you a hint. I'm in Tennessee, okay? And I live near a Dollar General. There's a Dollar General near me. Okay? There's your hint.
You know Jim's watching. You know he's watching.
Hello?
Yeah, hi. Is Jim there, please?
Oh, he's right.
Yeah, we're live to tape. This is TurtleBoy. I want to speak to him about the incident at D&E Pizza.
Okay, he's sleeping.
Okay. Oh, is he home? Oh, he's sleeping. Okay, I'll come visit him another time. Thank you very much. Bye. See, they do pick up their phone in Canton, just like Nicole Albert did. 9 seconds? I don't know how long that was. So she's sleeping. Let's see what else we got there. That was Jim Ferris's house. What else do we have here? It is 11 p.m. But
yeah,
I guess
it's late,
hard
bro.
to relate. Okay, we got Michael Morrissey numbers here. Ooh, should we call these? Ooh, I got a cell. I got Michael Morrissey's cell. We're calling it right now.
I mean, he's calling and waking people up, bro. Like,
if this is his cell phone, I'm giving it out to everyone. Just understand that. Everyone's getting this number. This piece of shit. Because he's a, public figure. It's in the public interest. There we go.
Yeah, the Whitakers is a West Virginia thing.
What's this? We got another number here. Oh, yes. I can call on that one next, too. Okay, we have some numbers to call. Can't roulette. I should have done this earlier.
I know I am here. That's right.
Does anyone have the Galvin's phone numbers?
I promise
get
you
the
live near a
Galvin's phone
Dollar
numbers?
General if you're in Tennessee.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 617-224-7954 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hi, Michael Morrissey. Daddy's here. This is Dr. TurtleBoy calling. Just giving you a buzz. I'm reaching out to you because a few weeks ago you made this video in which you told me to stop protesting you. And I'm calling to let you know that I've thought it over a lot. I have thought it over a lot about and I've weighed the pros and the cons, and I've decided I'm just going to keep protesting instead. We're just going to keep getting louder. And you told me to leave Jen McCabe alone and to stop asking her questions and to stop and be nice to Colin Albert
Correct me if I'm
and Brian
wrong.
Albert.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Michael Morrissey? Isn't Michael Morrissey the Turtle Boys case? I mean, if so, I mean, wouldn't that be a conflict of interest? Wouldn't that make him personally invested, personally involved? Right, the corrupt Norfolk County DA. Right. Isn't he the DA in Turtle Boy's case too? So how is this? I mean, this is the most dumbest shit ever. Like, there's nothing. He's obviously personally invested in this. I mean, I mean, he's the DA, so I mean, what's he supposed to do? I mean, if he's the DA, there's really nobody else. But a special prosecutor was brought in. Okay, that makes more sense.
But I thought it over some more, and then I'm like, you know what? Those guys killed a cop. And maybe, I guess you're okay with killing cops. You're obviously, a fat, useless piece of shit. So that doesn't surprise me. But I object. I object to the killing of police officers.
Objection.
I don't agree with it. And I don't think it's okay to protect those who do. So I've taken your, advice into consideration about leaving them alone. And I've elected not to. Instead, I'm actually going to do the opposite. I'm going to keep asking them questions. I'm going to show up to their kids' football games. I'm going to be everywhere that they go. And I'm going to do the same with you. So I know you don't like it when people come to your house. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. And that's not a threat. I'm an award-winning journalist. I'm just there to ask some questions about whether or not you've heard of this thing called the First Amendment. Do you often help? Like, how corrupt are you? What does Brian Albert have on you exactly? Like, did he catch you like killing a prostitute? Like, that's the only thing that makes sense to me about why you would want to protect this cocksucker so much and put your own career on the line. And I don't know if you know this, and maybe I shouldn't tell you, but you're the target of an FBI investigation. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that. Are you worried that, after your long, prestigious career of sucking off the taxpayers' titties your entire life, that you're not going to be able to collect your pension because you're going to die in federal prison? Just want to know what you think of that. So give me a call back when you get this. Okay, we'll talk soon. Bye. We'll see if he calls back. Okay, we got his home phone. Let's try his home phone. That might make a little more noise.
Oh my God.
That's going to be a fun voicemail.
Hello?
Live to tape. Hi, is this Mrs. Morrissey?
Yeah.
Yes, hi, this is TurtleBoy calling. Is Mike home?
No, he's not home right now.
Oh, where is he?
Out.
Oh, is he drinking? It's 11 o'clock on a Tuesday.
It's really none of your business. Good night.
When can I see him? She said it's none of my business. So we talked to Mrs. Morrissey. So he says it's none of my business. 617-328-0900. I don't know. He says it's none of my business. Where? What a cunt, huh? Wow. I mean, I just have some questions. 11 o'clock on a Tuesday, he's out? None of my is he really out? Is he really out?
I mean,
is he drinking? Is he hitting the sauce again?
No, he's either
with the hookers. I don't know what he's doing. That's really his phone number. That's his home phone.
He's either, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and go out on a limb and say he's either home and she's lying, or he's out drinking, or out with a hooker, or the last two both. So, case closed.
home phone number. So we got that. We called the cell. He didn't answer that. Interesting. And let's call his cell back. He's got to be out. He's got to be out, right? 617-224-7954. Okay, here we go. I hope he tries to get an order on me. That would be awesome. Oh, I'd love that. I get to cross-examine him.
Hello?
Yes, live to tape. Is this Mr. Morrissey?
It's James Morrissey.
Oh, I'm looking for Mike Morrissey?
This is not Mike Morrissey.
Oh, are you his son?
No.
Oh, are you related to him?
He is my uncle.
Oh, do you know how I could reach him?
I don't.
Don't. Okay, because somebody gave me this number. So this is TurtleBoy from Uncle TurtleBoy Daddy from TurtleBoy Daily News. Are you familiar with the blog?
I'm familiar with who you are. This is his son, yes.
Oh, you're his son. Yeah. What's up with your dad? Why is he such a scumbag?
Wait, what the fuck's going on there? So you're his son and he's your uncle. What kind of incestuous shit's going on in that family? The fuck?
That's not very nice.
Well, what he's doing to Karen Reed is not very nice. He's trying to send an innocent woman to prison. Do you think that's nice?
I can't answer any questions. I don't know.
Have you been following the case?
I try to stay out of that stuff.
How old are you? Are you like in your 30s?
I am.
Okay. And is your dad, do you live with your dad? Is he home right now?
I don't live with my dad, no.
Okay. Do you have your dad's phone number? I could just call. Sorry.
I can't give you my dad's number.
I mean, I called the 617-328-0900 number, but that's a landline, right?
What kind of shit would that have been if he would have given him his number?
So what do you think about, do you think Karen Reed's innocent?
Hold on.
617-328-0900 number, but that's a landline, right?
That is the house number, yes.
So what do you think about, do you think Karen Reed's innocent?
I love that he confirmed the number. What are you doing, dude?
I don't, but that's not one or the other.
What makes you think she's guilty?
I just don't. Like, why does it matter?
Because she would spend the rest of her life in prison with that kind of attitude?
How did you get my number?
I don't know. Somebody sent it to me. They said this is Mike Morrissey's number, so I called it.
Okay.
But like,
You were just gonna keep calling me until I answered it?
yeah, because I thought it was Mike. And I just had a question.
Did you think he would answer it? I'm just confused.
Yeah, I mean, you picked up, right?
I did. You called me 2 times. It could be work.
Yeah.
It could be anything. Somebody could be dying. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like sometimes you just miss a call, so you call again. But like, did you see your dad's press conference where he was like, "You guys need to stop"? Did you see that thing?
I did.
What did you think of that?
I mean, what is my personal opinion of it? I
Yeah.
don't really have one.
Do you agree with him that we should stop exercising our First Amendment rights?
I don't feel like I got that out of what he said, but okay.
But he told us we can't protest.
I don't think that's exactly what he said.
Oh, it is.
Right?
What did he say then?
What's this guy doing, dude? Why is he breathing so hard, like after every single fucking statement, dude? Like,
so how did you like that?
Loved it. I want to ride that horse again sometime. Ooh, yeah.
Wow.
I'm not like watching it right now, and I don't really remember it at the moment.
Well, you said that we have to stop asking Jen McCabe questions and Colin Albert questions. Do you know who Colin Albert is?
I have no idea who any of these people are.
So you're not like you.
I really don't. I'm not involved in politics.
You don't do politics or nothing.
Not really.
What do you don't work for your dad, or what do you do for work?
I'm an engineer. I worked at a power plant in Vermont for a while, and
How'd they get?
I have no idea what's going on.
Are you worried that your dad might go to federal prison? Serious question.
I'm not.
Because you know he's under FBI investigation, right?
man, he's taking a long time on that phone call, dude.
Trace the signal.
That's great.
It's not though. Is your dad at the gym?
Like I'm talking to you, and I have no idea if you're recording.
No, I already said we're live. I said we're live to tape. We're live right now. I told you that at the beginning.
So great. Yeah, he's not. I have nothing. I got nothing.
Well, you're just curious. You're like, who's this guy calling? And you know, you got TurtleBoy. I mean, you don't sound that bad.
He's not that bad.
He is though. What he's doing. I mean, I understand it's your dad, so it's a tough position to be in. But Karen Reed also is a dad, you know, and as a father, I mean, I don't know if you have kids. I have kids. If this happened to my kid was framed for murder by a bunch of scumbags, and then the district attorney went along with it. I'd be like, that's not a good thing. He's got to. Can you talk to your dad? Because he knows that she didn't do it, and he's pushing forward anyway.
I just don't see that.
Well, have you seen the injuries to John O'Keefe?
I have seen what's on the news.
Seen the autopsy photos? Because that's not on the news. Yeah, so basically he has no injuries below the face, like none. He's got a gash in the back of his head. His eyes are swollen shut, and he's got dog bites on his arm. And they're saying that they got those injuries from being backed into by a Lexus that has no dents or scratches in it. Nothing.
All right, so if he got in a fight, wouldn't he have something on his face?
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't that what you're saying?
No, his face, he had fucking black eyes swollen shut.
Right.
Okay.
So you agree that he got in a fight then?
No.
So do you think he got backed into by a Lexus?
I don't know. I get hit by something.
But how do you get the dog scratches and bites on the arm? Yeah. There's a dog. Brian Albert does have a dog, so we agree. Brian's. But that's crazy, right? Like, don't you think that? I mean, don't you think that's fucking nuts? Are you proud of your dad?
This is the best shit ever.
I am. Yes.
But like, would you be proud if he knowingly tried to send an innocent woman to prison in order to help cover up the murder of a Boston police officer? Would you be proud if he did that?
I can't believe this guy's still talking.
You need to shut the fuck up.
Oh, I mean, I'm really sorry because you seem like an okay guy. That is, in fact, what he's doing, and that's why he's the target of an FBI investigation. It's actually really serious. He's in trouble. He hasn't like prepped you for that. Like, I might go to jail.
Nope.
Oh wow, I'm sorry. Like, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but your dad's in a little bit of trouble, and rightfully so, because he's got a chance to stop this. He can stop this whenever he wants. So
your dad
again,
sucks.
I don't want to influence anything here, but if that was my dad, I'd be like, Dad, can you stop doing things that send you to prison? Just saying.
Okay.
So, all right, man. Well, thank you, and tell your dad to call me back. He's got my number now.
Where do
okay?
you get him?
Okay. Have a good night.
You too.
Bye. Well, that was interesting.
That
Didn't
was
expect that
very
to happen tonight.
interesting.
I think it's his son. Jim Morrissey. Is that what he said? Jim Morrissey?
Jim Morrissey.
It sounded like, I don't know what was going on there. Oh, goodness. Okay.
Well, he can't outsmart me because I'm a moron.
So we're getting more numbers here. What's this?
What a
okay, I got the
fucking
Dalvins
idiot.
number. I'm going to call them. Call Denise first. And then we're going to call Tommy. We're going to call them all. Canton Roulette, baby. Here we go. Yes, he did. He was making a drink there. That's right.
You have reached 781-575-0553.
Hi, Denise. This is award-winning journalist Aiden Carney from TurtleBoy Daily News here. You can call me doctor, but you can't call me daddy because even though you're a naughty girl, you can't call me that. So I am calling to talk to you for a comment, looking for comment for a story I'm doing about an incident you were involved in which you told a guest in your town to go back where he came from, I believe, because you said it's your town, the town Canton. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but it's actually my town now. I'm the mayor of Canton. It used to be your town until Daddy came in, and now it's mine. Now. So I just want to see what made you think that you could decide that you would go downtown and just tell some random attorney minding his own business inside the city of McCarthy's that he has to leave your town, and then you threaten him, and then you guys call a bunch of 20-something-year-old girls whores. Do you do that often? And how did your sister Jen become so evil? Like, I saw you have a sign in your yard that says, remember, it's about justice for John. I do remember that, actually. And I do remember your sister Googling how long to die in cold at 2:27 a.m. And I'm wondering why she did that. I think we all know why she did that, but like, why is she so evil at the same time? Like, are all your brothers and sisters evil like this? Or is she just kind of like the evil younger sister? Or what's going on there? And what's up with your husband? Where did you get this idea that he's a tough guy? He looks sickly. He's about 5'8", 170, like 150.
He's gonna run out of
and
time.
like, where
on
did
that
he
voice
get the
bill.
idea that he's some sort of enforcer? So give me a call back when you get this. We'll talk soon. Bye. Let's call up who you got next. We got Bob driving next. See what he's up to. Bobby O.
This guy's just calling everybody. All right, where am I?
Oh,
at
call
on-
failed. Did he block me? He blocked me? This motherfucker blocked me? He blocked me? It just doesn't work. Let's call their son. Let's call their stupid son. They got a family affair.
All right.
Tommy Galvin. He's got work tomorrow.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. This was a fun stream, guys. And you guys are amazing. I love hanging out with you people. Yeah, the plan is hopefully go live again tomorrow. I got something in the works for everybody who's a member. I'm hoping TurtleBoy will join me for it because I want to do something special for the members. Because I haven't figured out how to make the emojis and none of that shit, but I want to do something special for the members. But I got something brewing in the old noggin, in the old noodle. And I would love to have TurtleBoy on with me for that. So hopefully he'll join me for that. I'll get in touch with him and see if he's down. If not, I'm doing it on my own, folks. But I don't know if that'll be tomorrow. But I will definitely, the plan is to go live tomorrow either way. But I am planning a members only stream, for the very near future for all you people with green, handles in the chat here. So guys, you guys are fantastic. I had a blast as always. I love hanging out with you guys. You guys are fantastic, amazing people. Yeah, man, this is always fun. So I want to thank everybody for joining me. I want to thank everybody for their support. I want to thank everybody for liking this video. If you haven't already, please do so. If you're not subscribed already, please subscribe so you can get notifications when the next time I do go live. But I'm planning on going live a lot. So anyways, guys, you guys are amazing. I love you very much. And we will do this again very soon, my friends.